There will be no more as ever, no more crappy TV shows from Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Why? Because Netflix has just cancelled their entire contract. Don't say I didn't tell you that this was coming.
Samara Gill is spiraling again. Can I call you Sam? I'm gonna call you Sam. Girl, you are screeching into the void like someone shoved a mic in front of a malfunctioning fax machine. And this time, it's because Meghan and Harry's Netflix deal won't be renewed. Cue the fake outrage, the clickbait headlines, and her usual glass-shattering voice pretending this is a scandal. Let's break it down for you, sweetie. Harry and Meghan signed a multi-year deal in 2020. It's now 2025. 5 years. That's literally what multi-year means. The deal is ending because it's supposed to. Not because it failed. Not because they were dropped. It's called completion. Try it sometime. But you'd never know that listening to Sam Gill. How does anyone even sit through her content? She sounds like a raccoon stuck in a food processor. It's giving chalkboard. It's giving strained vocal cords and zero media literacy. If being loud and wrong was a business model, she'd be a one-woman Fortune 500 company. And here's what she and her gullible followers always ignore. Netflix is restructuring. Period. They're moving away from massive multi-project contracts and toward streamlined project-by-project deals. And guess who else was affected? Barack Obama and Michelle Obama. Yes, the Obamas. So unless Sam Gill wants to get on her crusty little soapbox and say they flopped too, maybe sit this one out down under. Meghan and Harry gave Netflix Harry and Meghan, which shattered documentary viewership records. They gave us With Love Meghan, which, by the way, is still getting a season 2 this fall. Fully filmed and coming soon. So no, the content isn't over. The partnership isn't dead. It's evolving. Not everything needs to be a tabloid takedown. But people like Sam can't survive without inventing drama. It's not commentary. It's monetized obsession. And Sam, you better hope Meghan never disappears from public. You'd be out of a job. So you better pray on that. And the gag is, even Sam's viewers hate watch Meghan to keep her channel alive. So Meghan and Harry weren't dropped. They fulfilled the deal. They cashed the check. They told their story. And now they're moving forward, just like the Obamas did. Meanwhile, Sam Gill is still spiraling, still screeching, still clinging on to a narrative that expired 3 years ago. And the only thing more played out than her voice is her constant need to mention Meghan, just to stay relevant. They're still rich, still married, still powerful, and you're still screeching with a voice that breaks glass. And what's really dark? Samantha's actually celebrating this like it's some kind of win, even though this restructuring means real job cuts, real layoffs, and people behind the scenes who actually lose income. But sure, Samantha, be happy about that. Be happy that editors, producers, assistants, and coordinators are losing work in the middle of an industry-wide contraction. That's what you're cheering for. Because if Meghan's name is attached to it, you'll root for anyone to suffer, even if it's the working class folks who had nothing to do with the contract. You're not just unhinged, you're vile.
In a world full of noise, there are voices that rise above the rest, one of which belongs to the Notorious JTB. With eloquence and unwavering resolve, Notorious JTB has stood firm as a beacon of truth and justice, particularly in relation to Prince Harry and Meghan Sussex. This is not a man who shies away from conflict, but rather, he embraces it, using his platform to debunk the misinformation that so often clouds the narrative. When Harry and Meghan's 5-year Netflix contract drew to a close, the rumour mill began to churn, fueling speculation that the streaming giant was severing ties with the Sussexes. But Notorious JTB was quick to set the record straight, countering the claims with facts and logic. He is not just a voice, but a force to be reckoned with, a defender of the Sussexes and a champion of truth. Today we delve into the story of Notorious JTB's recent defense of the Sussexes. Recently, Samara Gill made claims that Netflix was dropping Harry and Meghan. This assertion has been circulating around, and it's imperative that we delve deeper into these claims. Samara Gill, a known critic of the Sussexes, has been rather jubilant about the conclusion of Harry and Meghan's Netflix contract, interpreting it as a cancellation or a dropping of the duo by the streaming giant. However, let's take a step back and examine the facts before jumping to conclusions. It's essential to remember that Harry and Meghan's deal with Netflix was inked for a duration of 5 years. It began in 2020, and now, in 2025, the contract is naturally coming to an end. This is not akin to Netflix severing ties with the Sussexes, but rather, it's simply the wrap-up of a predetermined agreement. In fact, contrary to Samara Gill's claims, Netflix continues to collaborate with the Sussexes, with the second season of With Love, Meghan still in the pipeline. This clearly indicates that the relationship between the streaming service and Harry and Meghan is far from over. The narrative spun by critics seems to be nothing more than a bitter reaction to the successful partnership the Sussexes have enjoyed with Netflix over the past half-decade. The contract's conclusion is not indicative of a failure or a falling out, but merely the end of a chapter that was scheduled to close at this time. Samara Gill's claims have been met with a strong rebuttal from Notorious JTB, a vocal supporter of Harry and Meghan. His eloquent and assertive responses have served as a powerful counter to the misinformation being spread about the Sussexes' relationship with Netflix. So as we sift through the hearsay and speculation, it's crucial to rely on the facts. And the fact is, Harry and Meghan's Netflix contract is ending not because they are being dropped, but because their 5-year term has run its course. However, as Notorious JTB would point out, this was not the case. Never one to shy away from correcting inaccuracies, Notorious JTB was quick to school Samara Gill. Notorious JTB, with his well-known candor, wasted no time in addressing Gill's claims, stating that the Sussexes' Netflix contract was not cancelled, but simply came to its natural conclusion. Here's the thing, Notorious JTB pointed out, contracts have terms, and the Sussexes' contract with Netflix was for a period of 5 years. Starting from the year 2020, it was set to wind down in 2025, and that's exactly what happened. The clock simply ran out, no cancellation, no dropping, just a contract fulfilling its lifespan. Notorious JTB went on to remind everyone that the end of a contract is not synonymous with failure or rejection. He underscored that the Sussexes' journey with Netflix was a successful one, marked by the creation of engaging content that resonated with audiences worldwide. The second season of With Love, Meghan is still slated for release on Netflix, a testament to the enduring partnership between the Sussexes and the streaming giant. In his characteristic fashion, Notorious JTB further emphasized that the narrative spun by detractors like Samara Gill was nothing more than a bitter reaction to the Sussexes' success. He was quick to challenge the notion that the end of a contract signifies a falling out or a loss of faith. Instead, he argued, it's simply a matter of time, 5 years in this case. Notorious JTB's counter-argument was a masterclass in debunking misinformation. He highlighted the importance of understanding the nature of contracts and their terms, and how their conclusion should not be misconstrued as something negative. His words served as a reminder that the Sussexes' partnership with Netflix was not a failure, but a success story running its course. In essence, Notorious JTB was pointing out that a contract ending is not the same as a contract being cancelled. It's a distinction that makes a world of difference, and one that needed to be made clear in the face of false narratives. Notorious JTB, in his unwavering support for the Sussexes, once again proved himself a beacon of truth amid a sea of misinformation. Beyond the contract, Notorious JTB also highlighted the successful partnership Harry and Meghan had with Netflix. This collaboration, lasting 5 years, was not just a financial boon for the Sussexes, but also a platform to voice their advocacy and share their unique stories with the world. Their flagship project, With Love, Meghan, was a testament to their commitment and dedication. The show, which was well received by audiences around the globe, offered a glimpse into Meghan's life, her struggles, triumphs, and her journey to finding love and purpose. It was a narrative that resonated with many, breaking barriers and stereotypes along the way. The success of With Love, Meghan was such that it prompted a second season, which is still set to be released on Netflix. This continuation, despite the contract coming to an end, is proof of the solid relationship the Sussexes built with the streaming giant. It's a clear indication that the partnership was more than just a business transaction. It was a shared vision to bring meaningful content to audiences worldwide. The triumph of Harry and Meghan's Netflix partnership goes beyond the realm of entertainment. It's a testament to their resilience in the face of adversity their determination to carve their own path, and their unwavering commitment to their beliefs. It's a story of success that is not defined by contracts or deals, but by impact and influence. And yet, despite this clear success, critics like Samara Gill chose to spin a narrative of failure and rejection. They chose to focus on the end of the contract rather than its fruitful completion. They chose to ignore the upcoming second season of With Love, Meghan, and the positive impact the Sussexes' projects have had on viewers globally. Clearly, the narrative spun by critics was more a bitter reaction than an accurate reflection of reality. The truth is, Harry and Meghan's partnership with Netflix was a resounding success. A success that continues to resonate and inspire long after the contract's completion. Notorious JTB serves as a beacon of truth, a voice that refuses to be drowned by misinformation. His role in the discourse surrounding Harry and Meghan's Netflix contract ending after 5 years cannot be overstated. He is the person who stands against the tide of conjecture, the one who insists on setting the record straight. In a world where misinformation can spread like wildfire, Notorious JTB serves as a firebreak. He is the one who steps forward to quench the flames of falsehoods with the cool water of truth. His voice is a clarion call amidst the clamour, reminding us all to take a step back, scrutinise the facts, and refrain from jumping to conclusions. His unwavering support for Harry and Meghan, his commitment to dispelling the rumours, is a testament to his dedication to fairness and accuracy. He is the one who reminds us that a contract ending after its agreed period is not a sign of failure, but merely the turning of a page, the completion of one chapter and the beginning of another. When the waves of speculations and assumptions were high, Notorious JTB was the lighthouse guiding us towards the truth. His bold stance against Samara Gill's misguided claims shows his determination to ensure that the narrative is not skewed by personal biases or unfounded theories. His fearless championing of Harry and Meghan, his refusal to let their achievements be overshadowed by falsehoods, sets him apart. In the grand tapestry of discussions surrounding Harry and Meghan's Netflix journey, Notorious JTB stands out as a thread of truth, weaving through the fabric of conversation, ensuring that the true picture is not lost amidst the chaos of conflicting voices. In the end, Notorious JTB reminds us all of the importance of accurate information and fair judgment. His voice serves as a reminder that in the midst of all the noise, it is essential to sift through the chatter, find the facts, and make judgments based on reality, not rumours. As we wrap up, let's remember the significance of voices like Notorious JTB. In a world where rumours swirl and misinformation often clouds our understanding, the importance of truth-tellers like Notorious JTB cannot be overstated. These are the voices that cut through the noise, that challenge the bitter narratives spun by those like Samara Gill. They remind us that time-bound contracts like Harry and Meghan's with Netflix come to an end, not because of failure or cancellation, but simply because their term is over. They champion the successes of the Sussexes, like the upcoming season 2 of With Love, Meghan, which is still dropping on Netflix. These truth-tellers keep us grounded in facts, rather than swept up in sensationalism. So let's continue to value and amplify such voices. Thank you for watching, and remember to subscribe, like, and share to stay informed.